Hi Achiever, welcome to the Study Hub, your home for education and self-improvement. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to write a CV for your university applications. So in this video, which I would highly recommend that you check out, I have shared with you a step-by-step guide. I shared with you a template on how to write a CV for your admissions to study at universities, whether it's abroad or wherever. It's really useful, and I'm also going to share with you more information on this. And this CV template I'm going to share with you is one that I have used to gain admissions into the University of Sussex, the University of Cambridge, and the London School of Economics. So I have used the CV templates in my university applications, and I have gotten admissions into great universities or highly ranked universities in the UK. So I'm going to be sharing with you how I write the CV. So I'm just going to dive into it. But if you're new here, hi, I'm Z, and on this channel I share a lot of useful information on education and self-improvement. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if it is helpful to you, please make sure you share it with someone, and also subscribe to join the family. So the first thing you need to bear in mind is that the CV for university application obviously is different from a CV that you'd use for a job application. And the thing that I find a lot of people think about or are not sure about in writing a CV for their university application is the length of the CV. So the question is, how long should your CV be? Your CV should not be too long. I would say that the longest you can have is 3 pages, but I wouldn't even recommend it. I'd say have a 2-page CV. And remember that even when it comes to job applications, you can have like a resume of 1 page with 10 years of experience in that, or on just that 1 page. So if you're thinking that your experience is too much for you to put on 2 pages, this is just me telling you that it's not. You can fit it into 2 pages. So I would recommend that you keep it at 2 pages. If it's for a PhD, then I think that you might be able to go onto a 3rd page, and that's okay depending on how your application is. But typically for a postgraduate degree, I would recommend 2 pages. Yeah, just 2 pages at most. So that is the length of the CV. Now let's talk about the structure. What do you put in the CV? How do you organize your things? There are certain things that you should not do, and you've probably heard already that it's not necessary to put your picture on a CV, any CV at all. So when it comes to your university applications or your CV for your university applications, you don't need to put your picture. So let's talk about it. What does it look like, or what should it look like? Your CV should be in reverse chronological order, so which means that your everything, the most recent should be at the top to the least recent at the bottom. So the first thing you want to put on your CV would be your contact information. So this typically would be your full name, your phone number, your email address, and these are the main things that you have to put at the top of the CV. And you can just organize these on 1 line, so you don't have to put them on 3 lines. I'll just put a template on the screen so you can see. So you put them all on 1 line, and if you have a LinkedIn page, which you know would be useful, add a link to your LinkedIn page. So that is all you need. You don't need you to add your Facebook or Twitter or whatever. You probably know that already. You can add your LinkedIn if you have an active LinkedIn page, which you think would be good for your course. The next thing that you have to think about is, since it's an academic CV, you want your education to be at the top. So you put education at the top, and then you write what it is that you studied. So if you studied say a Bachelor of Arts in Communication Studies, you put that at the top. And so I would also recommend that you put your grades, especially if you had good grades. So add your grades and add the year that you attended that uni, just a regular CV format, and that's important to do. And if you did a dissertation, so for instance, if you did a dissertation and had a B in your dissertation, it would be nice to add on the CV that you did a dissertation, or you had a dissertation of maybe 25,000 words on this subject. So maybe you conducted a study on sexual harassment on digital platforms. That was my master's dissertation, so it just came to mind. So sexual harassment on digital platforms, and just mention the topic, and then you can add what you scored on your dissertation or not, depending on the grades you got, if you get what I mean. So the next section would be your experience. And so your professional experience, I do understand that depending on where you are on your professional journey, you probably don't have a lot of experience. So if you have at least 2 years experience, you should be able to get something to write. If you've had internships, you should be able to get something to write. So you write your experience on the next section, and so just put it as bullet points. Be mindful of those that you know you played a good role in, and then you can really demonstrate the experience that you've had. So you have education, professional experience, and the third section I would recommend would be, if you have that, would be volunteering and leadership. If you have student leadership experience, for instance, if you're a class president or you were the girls prefect or the school prefect or whatever, you can put it there. If you volunteered as well, you can add your volunteering experience. Summarize each experience with just a sentence. You remember, you want to make sure that you don't make your CV very wordy. You can just use 1 or 2 bullet points, and then you can just put that there. The next I would say is to write any awards that you had. Remember, you want to show them that you're good academically and also in other aspects. You have great leadership skills. So if you think about your awards, if you have had any awards, don't worry if you don't have any awards, but if you have had any awards, then you add your awards next. The final thing is references. Your references are your people who would give you references, but typically what I write and what I'd recommend for you to do is that just write references and add available on request. Bear in mind, you've already given them references for your university application. So in terms of, they would have asked you on the portal or something that you should add the names of referees, so people who can provide you references. So you can just write there and say references available on request, and that should also work. So this is like the format. These are the bullet points, and I have explained it with very specific examples in my other video. I highly recommend you check it out. I am also putting the link to some CV templates that I have taken a look at closely, which would really help you as well. I'll put those in the description of this video. So if you have any questions, I really hope that this has summarized it really well for you. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Z Study Hub. If you find that this video has been useful, give it a like, and it would help. YouTube would recommend it to a lot of people as it gets more engagement. I hope this has been useful. I wish you the very best in your application. Lots of love. Bye.